What's up guys, Nightingale here and welcome to another Beginner's Handbook video. Today we are going to be covering specifically the Alchemist Steeple. Some of you have been requesting to get a little more detailed guide on what and how to use the Alchemist Steeple, so that's what we're going to do today. Today is also the day they introduced the new gem crafting modification gems, so I'm not going to go into that super in depth here. This is just the general how to use the Alchemist Steeple. I'll be doing that in a separate video. Also, because we had an extremely long maintenance, I decided, why not? I'm going to save my ticket for the video. So we got a free 5-star. Let's see who we end up with and see if you guys give me the luck. And our new unit is another Roana. Oh my god. We're just gonna put that in here. Yeah. I guess Roana's getting a 6-star. Okay, now actually onto the guide. So, Alchemist Steeple, what do you want to know? Well, here's the thing. In your priority of setting up and getting ready for working in Sanctuary, typically the big thing you want to do note is Heart of Orbis is your highest priority. Get this maxed out first. Get the Steel Workshop on its way to being maxed out because you're going to be spending a lot of time here crafting, so you do want to make sure that this is completely maxed out. Once you have done that and you've earned up enough Breaths of Orbis, then you want to start working on Alchemist Steeple. We talked about this in the Sanctuary guide. Now, I don't have it completely maxed out yet. I've got a couple more Breaths of Orbis to get, and I will be finishing this off soon. I've been lazy with story a little bit. I've been worried about doing a bunch of other stuff, so I just really haven't had a chance to go through and finish off the rest of the Breath of the Orbis. But I will. And it's all I've got left is the gold reduction. That's the only thing I'm missing right now. Everything else is unlocked. So you will want to make sure you have at least the far right and the middle one completely maxed out in order to get the most advantage out of the Alchemist Steeple. Now, we're going to cover each section in a little bit more detail to help make sure you understand what you need to be doing here. Because this is actually a very important place. It's not necessarily beginner friendly, but it's definitely something as you're progressing in the Beginner's Handbook, this is something you should start noting and working towards. First, we're going to go left to right. Now, I've already done it for the week, so I cannot go in and craft these for you. I debated if I was going to hold off and craft it, but I was like, you know what, with everything changing here with this update, I might as well just go ahead and get it out today. What you need for these is modification, or you need weapon cores. What are those? Whenever you break down a piece of gear, you get these cores. The best ones I can tell you to use are the sets that aren't really used. So, Unity and Hit Set are definitely two. The reason why I say Hit Set is you're going to probably farm up better hit set pieces just by actual drops, and you're going to be farming up a lot of garbage. At least with me, when I'm farming Wyvern, most of my drops are hit set, so if they're not great, they are turned to cores, and I use the cores here. It is expensive, even at this point. I think it's 170 to 180, somewhere in that range. I don't even pay attention anymore. I just click, and I'm done. But you will want to craft these at least once a week. You can also come up here with random gear. I don't have anything worth foddering away right now. If you were to fill this up with just purple gear, you can see that, let's see here, it's 5, 6. 6 gets you a epic quality. If you have some junk you've been farming up over the week, great, do it. It's an increased drop chance. So work on your charms, definitely want to get that. Crafting materials. This is a place you probably don't really ever need to come to. The big thing you'll note here is you are given a lot of Wyvern Claws in the beginning. You can turn them into Abyss Claws here, which is what crafts 85 gear, or in the case of me, I've been converting them into Mana Drake Claws because I have none, and this is what we use for guild donations. Again, this is more important to your guild, so don't craft with these. Just use these for guild donations. I'm probably going to eventually have to farm. You can convert, though, if there is something you need a little extra, you want to try. It's not going to hurt. It is kind of expensive. I don't recommend really ever coming in here, but if you find the need, you really want to, it's okay. Next, equipment conversion. This is the crafted gear, which we talk about later in Gearing 102 that requires the Manifestation Stones to reforge. This is the gear we're specifically talking about. We're not talking about going to the Steel Workshop and crafting gear. It's this gear right here. This is Desperation Station. This is, I need a piece very specific on, I need this set with this attribute type thing. Or I need this set and I just haven't got it. And I want to get a epic quality version of it. And I want to see what I can get stat-wise. What I will do for the video is I will craft one ring for you. Because I need speed attack rings, I will go ahead and craft one attack percent ring. These are your fonts, or I don't know exactly what they call these directly in the game without looking. They are called fonts. Yeah, that's what I thought. These are dropped through, you can get them through weekly chests. They are also dropped by World Boss, which I will show you here in a minute. So we're gonna use a attack percent. Now, do note this. The orange ones are percent based, the blue ones are flat stat based. So don't think because you see this is equivalent to this. This is percent based, and it also should tell you flat attack, percent attack. You definitely want to use the percent attack in this case. You could also use HP if you're trying to make a defensive ring. You can use the defense percent if you're trying to do that. I'm just going to be doing this for the sake of showing you a flat or percent attack ring. Again, we're gonna go make a speed set. It requires 70 cores when it's upgraded. I believe this is more expensive as the less upgraded it is, so you do want to max it out. I happen to have a 294, not an issue. You can notice that it says epic quality, which means this will be epic if I go in and I make it anything less. So we just bring in 14, can't craft, and you go higher. 30 gets it to normal. Then I'm assuming that is 50 is probably rare somewhere up in here. So if we go 51, yep, brings it up to good. And all the way up to 70 is epic. This is where you want to be at. You want to guarantee an epic piece. Right now with my cost, it's 90,000. It'll be more expensive if you do not have the gold cost leveled up. You click craft, say your blessings to RNGesus, and Simon says crit damage, defense, effect resistance, HP. That's a thick, bulky ring for somebody that needs attack percent. I'll go ahead and lock it. It is a little low on the crit damage, but it is fairly high on defense, effect resistance, and max HP. We're very close to being a very good, bulky ring for somebody that needs attack percent. I'd probably roll the effect resistance off if I didn't hit it, or if I only hit it once, I'd roll that to crit chance, and this would be a fairly good, bulky, bruisery ring for somebody who needs a lot of attack. If you want to make a speedy SSB, that's actually very good for her. That's how you actually craft gear. You'll level up the same, but then you need manifestation stones, which you get at a much lower rate, to reforge a ring like that. So be very careful when crafting this. Don't level up junk. If you're looking for a full offensive ring, that ring was junk for you. If you want to be just completely honest. That's how you use the equipment conversion. Now let's talk about the catalysts. As you can see, this looks very tempting. You can craft epic catalysts and rare catalysts. At a catch. Keep in mind, there's always a cost. Now this is great if you are one off or a few off and you're just desperate and you really want to get that character unlocked, that skill done, or whatever. But please, do not come here and just start smashing catalysts through this thing to try to get catalyst weekly. Or in the case of rares, daily. This is not how you want to farm catalyst. This is not how you level up a character. I cannot stress this enough. Do not use this unless you absolutely have to. It is a drain on your resources. It is a negative return, but it at least gets you to a point where if you're just short, it allows you to jump ahead and get that done today. Now, I will craft something for you. I'm gonna look for something that I need, that I know I need. That's not easily farmable. I will craft, I'll craft a rare for you. I don't want to go into epics because I'm going to be farming those later. So I'm going to do a baby mouse insignia. This is used for Alencia. I need it. Now, yes, it is tempting to sit here and take 2 epic catalysts and smash it through to get a rare, to get these rare catalysts. This return on investment is horrible. Don't do it. I don't care where desperation, what level, what degree of desperation, how far down on, are you Desperation Con 1, Desperation Con 5, Desperation Con 69? Do not ever do this. These are way harder to farm, and they take a significant amount more of energy to farm an epic catalyst. If you're going to trade your rare ones. I don't care if you have 100 of one of these saved up. You'll eventually need them for somebody. Or you'll want to use those to convert epics to epics. It's typically a better way of doing it because it's still more expensive, but I'll show you both conversion rates. So you can see if you use an epic, it's 2. If you go outright and use rares with it max leveled again, my Alchemist Steeple's max leveled, it's 7. Now here's the cool thing. You can balance off a little bit if you have an excess in some, you don't have to go and completely drain it out. An example would be, you know, I'm going to round this off. We're going to round this off to here. We're going to say here, and there you go. And I'm actually going to end up doing this. We're going to craft the baby mouse insignia. Now notice I am trading 7 rare catalysts for, survey says, 4. 7-to-4 ratio. It's expensive, but now if I was in dire need, I am able to now get those 4 catalysts, which now allow me to, this would be if I was just 1 skill away from, you know, 4 insignias away from being able to max level Alencia's skill, great, it's done. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to go farm for an hour and a half, and now I can just immediately go do it. Now, I'm not going to craft an epic, but I will show you the difference. In this case, because I don't have any mercenaries medicine, if you want to craft an epic, it's 4. A 4-to-2 ratio, or 4-to-3 ratio. I think it's 4-to-2. Maybe 3? I don't do these often, so I'm not actually 100% sure, but I believe it's a 4-to-2 ratio or a 4-to-3 ratio. You don't get equal return. And if you're wanting to do epic catalyst or rare catalyst, it's 14. I'll pin a comment eventually when I go hit one of these, or if somebody that I can trust can verify how many that is. I'll pin that as well. I don't do this that often. I don't want to do this. I'd rather go farm it out. I get the experience for penguins versus just converting this. Unless I am in super dire need, I'm not going to do this. Okay, next, we're going to cover the exclusive equipments. Now, I talked about this briefly in the Hall of Trials video. This isn't something you should be concerned with in the beginning. I got lucky, and I'm going to say I got lucky. I've done this, I've diced a few, just the bare minimum to get it to craft one, and I've got some very good rolls. I've hit Desperation Station, but I'm going to tell you it's not worth. If you convert and try to craft one of these, you can't, it's not just like taking a few materials and you craft this, as I explained in the other video. If we come in here and we want to craft an exclusive equipment, you only do this. You come in, you have to sacrifice 7 of these to be able to get max stat and pick the skill you want. So save up your wisdom gazes, you try rolling for the artifact you want first. You cannot craft a new exclusive equipment, so if the new unit comes out that week, you cannot craft their exclusive equipment until that rotation, or till, I think it's 1 Hall of Trials goes through. Then you can come in and you can craft it. Save your crafting for very important things. Don't just blow this on a random character just because you see the slot and you want to fill it. Don't do that. It's not worth. In the case of this, if I was actually to be coming in and crafting one, you can guarantee the day we go pull Luna, I am going to come here, craft. I will send whatever I didn't roll. I will roll. If I have stuff saved up, I will do that. I'll come in here. I would craft this right here on the spot if Luna was out today. But she's not, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to be saving some wisdom gazes. I'll try pulling for it. If I don't get the max roll, I will come in here and craft it without 2 cares in the world. Not an issue. I'll eventually also update a few of my other units where they're not doing that well. For the most part, this isn't something you want to concern yourself with as a beginner. This is more, I'm trying to get very specific things because I'm doing Halls of Trials. I'm getting screwed. I've pulled 8 of these and I just didn't get the max stat or the skill I wanted, and you can guarantee that you get it here. So save this information for a little bit later on. Now, the new one. We're going to quickly cover this because this is here as a basic, and I will explain to you how and what to do with this. Be very careful with these. These are expensive to make, and you can only craft 2 per set a month. I call this as BS. Personally, Smilegate, if you're watching, just turn it to once a week and walk away. You can craft each set once a week, and we can all be happy. Twice a month is basically saying every other week you can craft one. Why not just make it once a week? I know you're trying to stair-step this in so that we don't break the game, but even at that rate, most people aren't going to be able to afford these rates. So now this is going to be new to me, and I'm going to do it on stream or on video today right here for you. We're going to come over to Modification Materials, and we're actually going to strip down a few. So this is brand new. I don't know the numbers, and we're going to find out together. Now, I do know where I am going to go hit, and that is the Unity pile. I don't need them. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of both Unities here. We're going to get rid of both Unities here. We're going to get rid of both Unities here. We're going to get rid of the Unity. You know what? I'll hang on to the Speed Unity in case for some stupid reason. I don't want people triggered. But I'll hang on to that. And now we're going to extract 11 cores, and we're going to see what the return... Actually, you know what? Before we extract one, we're just going to do 1. We're going to extract 1, which is this. So we're going to extract... How many do we get off of 1? Extraction... Wait, you're telling me that is 1 gem? Oh my god, that is horrible. That is very, very horrible. So that's 1 core, and I think you need 84 to craft. 1 core, and that's blue. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna rip all of these right here on the spot. Again, Unity is not a set most people are going to be using. I'm not worried about it, so let's extract these 10. It is literally 1-to-1. My god, these are expensive. Yeah, no wonder they're twice a month. At that point, let's go do it for science. I'm sure I've got a purple up here that I don't need. Here's a Unity. All right, Unity purple extract is 5 cores. Okay, 5 cores for 1 purple. Good to know. That is horrible return on investments overall because these things are a pain in the butt to get. Now, sure, there's a lot of garbage here I will never use. I will go through these later and create cores. But now, let's go through and walk you through this, the Modification Gem Conversion process. In the case for me, I'm looking at speed, 16 cores, and you want to guarantee that you come up here to the max quality because then at that point you get to pick a epic stat you want, which is very important instead of dicing on what do you get. I'm not going to dice. I want to know exactly what I'm going to get. This is a horrible return on investment. This is going to need some tweaking, especially for how costly this is overall. Unless there is something that they're going to be working on that's going to be bringing more modification gems in, you're not getting enough. At least I'm not, because I don't do expos as much. If I get into expos more, I'll probably be earning a bigger stash. But for the average person who's worried about Wyvern and just clearing basic content in the beginning, your energy, you don't have the energy to go invest into just expo farming all day long. For those of you who are moving to that, that's great, that's cool. But this is something, as a beginner, you should shy very far away from this. Save all your cores, or save all of your modification gems as much as possible. Then, when we get to the intermediate guide on this, then you are more welcome to start working on farming these up. That covers the Alchemist Steeple in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions or still confused about something, please feel free to ask me in the comments below. Come hang out on stream, join the Discord, whatever you need. I'm here to help you guys out. I know that some of this stuff is a little crazy, a little hard to understand, and I want you guys to feel comfortable with all the mechanics of the game. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.